We are at the Coldwater River Nature Trail System. It's on 8/16 of 2015. And we are once again at the Spillway Channel. We're going to go on this longer, lower route here. It looks like we'll come right back by the beaver pond, which is common to all of the trails. We are going into the woods about 30 minutes earlier, so we've got to get going. We're starting out near the bathrooms here, and I've parked right by the bathrooms, and we are going to head down to the bottom corner to get on the trail right now. Here is the beginning of the trail, rather magnificent. We are going to turn right. We are going to go on the 3-mile trail right here. When you get to the bench, take the right trail. This is the lower part that is common to the 2-mile and the 3-mile track. Very straight portion that parallels a pretty deep gulch. Off to the left is a pretty impressive boggy creek area. The difference today for the longer route is that we are going to turn left at this sign. On the 2-mile hike, it's important to turn right and go this direction. Interesting sight we don't see on any of the other trails right there. Big long bayou paralleling the lower trail. Large, huge oak tree, but as you go up into the canopy, you'll notice that the leaves are really little slender leaves. That's a pin oak. It's not a big lobed leaf like a standard oak, like a red or a white oak that you would expect. Beautiful lichen on a stick at the base of the pin oak tree.
We think looking out into those two big fallen trees like that, looking in the center of them, that you would think you would see an amazing granulous animal.
Granulous.
Like that would just be its natural home. It's got walls and everything.
Yes, granulous. It's probably a nocturnal paradise. They probably come out at night. Here is a big stump. Rake a little bit of that out and see if we can see any termites down in there. Keep going. We are disturbing the habitat, that's for sure. Nope. Oh well, we've made a pathway for a raccoon to get in there and... Oh, there's a nice beetle. Okay, nice. So, hey Mr. Beetle, Miss Beetle.
Sorry.
You're trying to find your way back home? Coming off the main trail here, we got a little pathway that leads over to the water. And guess what this pathway leads to? Look at this. We have a real live beaver dam, folks. The whole thing right there. Nice. You can see where they live under the bank over there. Over there. Nice. Maybe we'll see some evidence of some trees that they've cut down. They have done a pretty good job. This water is definitely higher than this lower water. If I was going to call it, I would say that there has recently been an animal that has moved from this shore across this area and exited out the other side. That's what I'm guessing. 1-mile marker beside the big tree that goes across the bayou. Big stump in the afternoon. How far down does that thing go? Wow, it's beautiful, that's for sure. Beautiful fern, lots of poison ivy. Whoa, something is in there. That scared the filmer. Something is in there. What's a frog or something? I'm not sure what just moved down in there. Right there in the clearing is a little cypress tree coming up all by itself. See the foliage on it pretty well right there. Kind of has a spruce look to it or something, doesn't it? Mississippi cypress. The day for cypress trees is today. Follow up this tree, which has lots of muscadines in it, but look at the willowy branches in the top of it. That is so pretty. So pretty. Cypress trees. Look at the peeling bark on the side of this cottonwood. Look at that. We're getting to see a lot of beautiful trees on this side, really unspoiled. But the good question might be, these trees are so huge. Here you can see the stump lying under this tree. What killed these big cypress trees? What made them die? There's plenty of replacements. Here's a pretty native flower that we haven't seen yet. And lots of it. Look at that. That's beautiful. It kind of has a little trumpet part to it. Little throat. Yeah, that is gorgeous. Very beautiful. Don't know the name of it, but it sure is pretty. You ever seen a bagworm in a cypress tree? Check this out. Looks like one right there. Never seen that before. Marsh or swamp, a sign right at the turnaround point where we'll start heading back east. Marsh or swamp. Marshes and swamps are the two main types of wetlands in this region. Marshes do not have shrubs or trees, and they do not have permanent water cover. They get most of their water from rainfall and flooding, but also can benefit from a high groundwater table. Swamps support tree and shrub growth and receive floodwater from nearby rivers and streams. They have very wet soils year-round and can have standing water during certain times of the year. Bald cypress, water tupelo, swamp white oak, and red maple grow in swamps. That's kind of like what we're looking at, swamp habitat. And that is right next to the bridge, which is the turnaround to go from west to east again. And there is the sign to match with it. We are about to go across this bridge right here, this footbridge. This is probably one of the healthiest pawpaw trees I have seen. It does have some muscadines in the top, but check this out. As I approach this tree, we can see pawpaws ASAP right in the middle of it. Check that out right there. In hand's reach, right there.
Cool.
Pick those two and let's take them home. There's some right above there. We won't pick them all. Just pick those two right there.
Okay.
There we go. There's some more right above there. We're saving some for somebody else. Beautiful sight this is. A thorn bush that has a vine growing on it. Is that not delicate and beautiful at the same time? Look at that. A thorn bush with a vine growing. Walking up onto a large spider web, looking deep back down into the corner there. I'm guessing here we're talking about a spider that is 1.5 inches across in that funnel web, maybe bigger if it were flat on the ground. Pretty impressive. Interesting profile of the photographer right there against that tree. Neat looking tunnel area right there. Beautiful. Mississippi beautiful. In Scooby-Doo, they always say that the moss is on the north side of the tree. This is definitely the north side of this tree. Let's go around it and see if the moss changes much. Here's the east side. And then let's keep going around. Hey, there you go. South side has nothing on it. So I did learn something from Fred and Wilma. The moss does grow heavily on the north side of the tree. It's a little bit on the west too, but most dominantly on the north side of the tree. Hanna-Barbera, you taught us correctly all those years. We didn't know. Crossroad, this is where it says road ahead 200 feet. That is the road, or the pathway that leads to the north part of this 5-mile trek. We're not going north. We did that another day. We are going back eastward to complete this 3-mile loop. Okay, we're coming up out of the 3-mile trail. Here's the marker off of that man-made dike that proceeds. It's a big feature of the 2-mile trail. There you see the 3-mile sign is barely hanging on. You can see Pratt Road up there. Then as you look down through the woods and back this direction, there is the dike that is the main walking trail to head north when a person is walking on the 2-mile trail. This sign is on this elevated dike. It's big enough for a vehicle to move down, and here is that gulch. And we're going to proceed down here and probably walk another 45 to 50 minutes to the exit. This is all recorded in the 2-mile lower Coldwater River Arkabutla hike. All of this is. So I probably will film pretty sparsely from here to the end. About a funnel spider, that is a true straight up funnel. Oh yeah. I don't know if we can see anything down in there, but that is the real deal right there. Right down there. We're standing at a crossroads. If you go north, you're going to go across Pratt Road and go through the 5-mile route. We don't want to do that. We want to go on the 3-mile. We want to finish this route. Matter of fact, the other day I filmed this trumpet vine over here. You can see the beautiful flower on it. We filmed this the other day. Talked about that in the other video. Sun rapidly setting in the west. Mississippi sunset in the forest. One of the things I love about these Arkabutla trails is they're very clear, they're very wide, usually relatively free of obstacles, and there's not much trash or garbage. This area is very natural. There should be a little leprechaun nearby, I think. They're after me, Lucky Charms. This is the snakiest looking area, but I don't see any snakes out here. This is the beaver pond on the return 2-mile and 3-mile trek. Big moth. Pretty woodland moth here. That corkscrew vine right there is very unusual. Little lightning bug. We are at the trail exit, and today, instead of going right, we are going to go across this meadow, and we are going to head to the bathrooms. And my car, hopefully, yes, it is still over there beyond that orange bucket. You can see here the pictures for 2-mile, 3-mile, 5-mile. Little cicada came and escaped here a while back. Happy trails until we meet again.